Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Okay, joining me today on the block is JoJo. How the heck are you?
Am I staying on the block or are you taking me off?
You're staying with me on the block, okay? You are staying with me here.
I thought you were going to take me off. You have the
No. You're staying with me on the block. No, I'm going to use the veto on you. Absolutely, I'm going to use the veto on you, and I'll have to do a solo podcast next Monday.
I just hurt myself.
Okay, before we get into this, I just want to, start taking care of business right away. Please subscribe, do Reality Pop. We're going to be our new hub for all things reality TV. And what we're talking about today is, I don't know if I'm speaking too soon, but this has got to be the best episode I've ever seen of Big Brother Canada. And it's one of the best episodes I've ever seen in all of Big Brother. Like, I really think so. What do you think? What are your thoughts about that statement?
I had nervous. Okay, it was incredibly emotional, which I'd love in an episode. Messy, which I love even more. Incredibly entertaining. I love a double eviction, but I'm not usually satisfied with them. Satisfied with tonight. Just everything about it was just crazy and unexpected.
Well, and especially because I'd have to say that this week it displayed the worst gameplay I've ever seen in my entire life. And like a lot of people are like, well, everybody's so entertaining. And so I'm like, yes, it is entertaining. But I haven't personally been able to really watch the feeds because it was paining me inside what they were doing to this poor man, Jed. Yeah. And so I couldn't really listen to it because it was just like such a bad idea. And like, I just couldn't believe what was going on. Like with him using the veto yesterday and not saving himself, saving Beth. And we all know that they want him gone. I'm like, no, Jed, no, don't do it. So I just couldn't watch the feeds and to see this happening in slow motion. Like, I just couldn't watch it. So I feel like yesterday's episode and today's episodes were really good ways for me to experience what went on without my heart ripping out as much as it pained me just seeing them lie to him all week long. Oh,
all week long. I watched the feeds. I couldn't get enough of it until last night. Last night I had to stop. I was like, people were falling asleep. Jed was pitching. It was an incredibly emotional. I didn't believe half of the things people were actually saying because it actually flip-flopped how many times.
It wasn't flip-flopping though, I don't think. It was an amazing episode. And BBCan9, yes, BBCan9 has done a great job with the evictions. I definitely love the shush shine, and I love the reuniting that happened at the end. And we were talking about it a lot in a little bit. We'll get there. It's on the list. Yes. Sorry, what were you saying?
I do feel like there was a bit of a flip flop. I do think Ty did flip flop. I think I love that I finally got to see Ty, like the villain, the cold heart, there to play the game. Awesome. I love it. And then there were points yesterday where I thought, oh my God, is he going to keep Jed over this? Like, this is probably, no, don't do it. And then I think what he did was smart, but God, messy.
Okay, they can take out Jed. They can. Absolutely. So it's smart. It's good gameplay, whatever. It's the convincing him to use the veto on his showmance to save his alliance and his best friend in the game that I just can't support that. I hate it. I hated it so much. I hated it so much. Look, I'm still crying.
It's okay. You're allowed to.
It was just so heartbreaking. This poor guy, really wasn't trying to do anything for himself here. And people say that he has a big head, and we saw some clips in the jury that they want Jed to come out next because, his ego won't fit through the door and all this stuff. And I haven't really been seeing that much of Jed's ego. Like I'm seeing Beth have a humongous ego. I'm seeing Kiefer have a humongous ego.
Yes.
I haven't really seen Beth or Jed do anything like that other than being like, let's do this. We got this together. We'll get this, the four of us. And so I can see his ego being within his team, but I didn't really see it personally that much on his own. Did you see any of that?
Yeah, I think for the majority of the house guests, besides Brayden, everyone's does have a bit of an ego. Even Ty at times, I'm like, it's shocking because you've won one thing up until tonight, 2 wins, good for him, excellent, good for his resume. But Beth and Kiefer for sure, they're the two that really love to point out all the moves that they're solely making.
Big
They're
Brother
the best players of all time. But I think part of it might have been Jed saying like, I'm gonna win out. Like, yes, that he's confident. I don't really think of it as egotistical, but
agree, Chantel. Beth's ego is taller than the CN Tower. Moses, are you from Canada or did you Google tall towers in Toronto?
Send.
I'm just teasing you, but like seriously though, did you Google it?
Yeah, I want to know too.
Says, yeah, but Beth could have given him a sympathy vote. Oh, we're gonna get to that too. Oh. There's so much mess in this episode. So it starts off with our favorite, the announcer being like, another day in the Big Brother Canada house. Until it's not. The fake out of the season is coming with the fake double eviction. So we see Arissa coming in, and I thought she looked really cute. I liked the little outfit. It was like fun, kind of flirty. It reminded me of spring, even though it's been snowing for the last 3 days. Like, I don't know what's happening outside. I'm like, what? Like, what? Snow? But her outfit did resemble spring to me. So I thought she looked cute. Thoughts?
Yeah, I thought she looked cute. I like the colors. I thought even Arissa was incredibly emotional tonight. I felt like it was weighing on her a little. Ouch.
Well, she's teasing Moses about Beth's ego. Sorry. The craziest. This is the craziest episode. Absolutely. High fashion me. Beth's ego is through the roof. Yep. And they were dumb for not voting her out. Yep. Yes. I think so too. But I have mixed feelings. There was so many feelings about this whole episode. It was so much. Oof. And Moses, I'm from America, but I went to the CN Tower and sat on the glass floor years ago. Okay, so you're knowledgeable of the CN Tower. I am just teasing though. We love anybody that enjoys watching Big Brother Canada with us.
Yes.
So 2 evictees are going to be battling back. So it's going to be a regular eviction that's going to happen. So we're going to have the whole lead up to the eviction. The vote's going to happen. Someone's going to be voted out. And then right away, it's going to be announced that it's a double eviction. Second house guest or second head of household, second veto, second eviction, like all in. How did they not make this an hour and a half? Like, I think that's an asshole move. I think they should have done that an hour and a half. Even 2 hours, I think I could have gotten behind. Like, I think they could have made this a really dynamic, like even more so episode. Like, I know it was like kind of fast and furious and things were happening. Like, oh my goodness. I think they could have stretched it out to an hour and a half and give us the damn outcome. If we have no feeds for the entire weekend because of this,
we don't.
I'm so frustrated because I'm doing the live feed update with Jared on Monday.
We don't have it.
You don't think we're going to have it till...
Arissa told us no feeds until Monday. Yep.
Like Monday after the episode airs?
Uh-huh.
Wait, when did she tell us this?
At the end of the episode.
Oh, I didn't see that. That's so horrifying. Monday's episode needs to be longer than an hour because 3 days, that's a lot of information. So they're going to do then another head of house. So they're not going to, so they're going to have the battle back. They're going to have another head of household. And the nominations are all going to happen that we're not going to be seeing any of the prelude to it. So we're not going to be able to know what actually happened. I want to see for real when one of them comes back into the house, them being pissed as F. Oh my, I need to see that without it being dialed down and edited by the producers and the editors. Like,
yeah.
I'm not a happy camper here.
Me neither. I want the feeds tonight. I want to know who's
This
back.
This is the one time where I'm just like, I need to watch the feeds. I need to see this outcome. And the fact that they're going to just cram it all into 1 hour is like so annoying. It's 5 days of 5 days of information we're going to be missing. And we're going to have to piece it together after the fact.
I don't want to. I want it tonight.
Want to either. No.
Call Arissa. So cool. Let Arissa know.
If they gave us the outcome, there would be no need to cut the feeds until Monday. I know.
There you go.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I want the outcome. I don't want to wait till Monday. Okay, I care. I'm always going to watch Big Brother. Like, I'm a loyal fan. I'll always come back. So, like, Big Brother is about the live feeds to me. And so the fact that they pick and choose when they allow me to enjoy the show as I prefer to enjoy it is really frustrating because it's an element of the show that I've been watching it this way for 20 years. I've always watched the feeds and all these interruptions, it's not fun for me. It's actually maddening.
I think the feeds this season have been even more so annoying down over anything. They talk about sex, cut it. They talk about people at home, cut it. A personal story, cut it. No. Feeds go to someone doing something boring. Perfect.
Like the part of the show, like it's called Big Brother because we're watching them, and so they need to get in trouble if they're saying things that are out of line in order for them to grow and shift and for us to see this social experiment in front of our eyes. I don't want to watch edited Big Brother. I only watch it for the diary rooms. And if it was like over the top where we could just watch their diary rooms, like I'm into it. Sure. Yeah. Like, how good is that? They're just like sitting down with the questions and you're just like, what?
I would love a feed in the diary room, even if it was like once a day, one extra feed that you could watch. That would be really cute.
What?
That would be cute? Oh, sorry. I was trying to read what he was saying. I was like, that would be really cute. Then I burped and it hurt me.
I'm like, what are you talking about? So the other one is, okay, yes, they will be feedless until 10 p.m. Eastern on Monday.
Yeah. At Final 5, we want feeds for 72 hours. Perfect.
This is so mortifying. I mean, I know we're supposed to be talking about this episode, but I'm just so mad.
Yeah.
Like this is okay. So we get the best, most entertaining and explosive week of anything, like the craziest week possible. And then we don't get an outcome. So we don't know what's happening.
Can't watch it. No.
And we can't watch what's going on. So we'll just get like just shown what they want us to see and have like, you know, what they want to piece together for us storyline.
Yes.
Brutal. I thought Canada was over the top nice. Cutting the fees is not nice. It isn't nice, BP. That's not funny. It's true. It's not nice. I'm actually pissed off. Fashion agrees. Okay, so we know the edit is not always correct. I know. So I'm not confident of an accurate picture of what will transpire when the house guests return. This is madness. It absolutely is madness because it's like they've been doing a decent job this week, like with the edits of the episodes. Like you were saying they flip-flop. I didn't really think they flip-flop. I think that they kind of were making it seem as though they were thinking about the possibility of keeping them. But I don't think that was ever going to happen. Like I never believed that. But I want to see all this so I can gather for myself whether or not I think that Jed is or that Ty is going to flip flop. Like I want to make that decision for myself, not just have them lay the storyline where it looks as though Ty was so tormented. But like this week, he wasn't that upset. Like
no, not until last night. Last night was the only time I questioned him not doing what he was going to do initially when the veto was used on Beth. It was the first time that I was like, oh, I don't know. I actually am not sure right now. Tomorrow once he sleeps on it, he'll decide, yes, Jed has to go. But, I don't know. So I liked having that moment. But at the same time, I'm just annoyed that 72 hours, we're not going to have any idea who's back, who's HOH. Ugh.
It's not how I enjoy the show. And so I think it's disrespectful for the super fans.
Yeah, it
I think
actually is.
it's not a show about the surprise. It's not a show about the cliffhanger. It's a show for me to watch people interacting, playing a game, and seeing how they are socially and how they can strategically maneuver themselves in the game. It's not about me being surprised by who comes back. I want to see them come back, but I want to see the interactions they have with people and what they're going to say, and is there going to be a blow up, and like what's going to happen with this new piece of information that's coming to the house guests. Like, that's what I want to see. I don't need to see a finessed show.
No, I want the moment. I want answers every episode. As soon as the episode finishes airing, I want the feeds up. I don't want to wait till Vancouver watches the show. I just want it to happen right away for me. Just being selfish. I don't care.
Like the feeds should just be running. And if the show is on, the feeds are still running. Like,
sure.
Like,
I'm cool with that.
It's Big Brother. It's a show about watching people. There's no spoilers in Big Brother because it shouldn't be about that. Anyways, let's do it. Change.org.
Quick, hurry.
Well, we have 5 days, so like we could probably get some signatures. Maybe we can get some early.
I thought today was Friday.
No, it's Thursday. So we have Thursday to Friday, Friday to Saturday, Saturday to Sunday, Sunday to Monday, and then Monday to Tuesday. So 4.5 days.
Oh my God.
Pretty much 5 days, because like 10 p.m. on Monday, watch the episode, do a recap. So it'll be like 11. So I will not see Big Brother live feeds until around midnight on Monday.
What am I gonna do for the next like 5 days?
I don't know.
All I do is watch the house. The real world. I don't want to.
Maybe I'll be doing a podcast with you or something. Oh, well, P.S. though, tomorrow though, Phil needs some people to play his org. So do you want? Oh, did you tell me that you couldn't do it?
Yeah, Zoom birthday.
Right.
Not for me. What's coming up?
Ooh. Okay, so the fact that we all talked about scenarios and Ty won head of households and gave us Beth on the block, and Brayden and Kiefer dropped the ball. They had one job to do. I know. I mean, I did want to see Beth versus Jed in the battle back.
It would have been incredible.
I mean, anybody that he goes against with is going to be pretty good. Like Kiefer would have been great. Ty, ooh, that would have been so good too. But this is true, man. Ty is building his resume. My stock watch has been terrible because the house gifts haven't been playing, so the numbers are going so low. But I'm not gonna hold out. I'm still gonna try to bet on who's playing the best game. So now I'm pretty much all in on Kiefer. So right now I want Kiefer to win this game. That's who I'm all in on.
Yeah, I actually don't think Ty's building his resume with this move. I think it was a big mistake.
No, I think building his move with winning head of household as opposed to Brayden or Kiefer winning it.
Sure, I get that, but holy frig, I thought that was a messy, messy eviction. Taking out Tara is like a joke.
Jed would have won that head of household because Jed is the one that has the study notes. Apparently went missing. Did we find out what happened to these study notes? Did Ty steal them? No.
Yeah.
Savage. He knows he's going home, so he steals his fucking study notes?
Yeah. And then he pooped on them.
Like, I don't know if it was the feeds or not, or if I just saw a clip, or I can't remember what happened, but there was a part that he was like trying to make Jed feel as though he was staying. So they're planning their outfits and stuff like that. But like Ty's like, but man, like, I don't know if I want him to leave with some of my clothes because he's been like planning to wear some of my clothes. And so he was like, they're saying like, oh, maybe you should hide the shoes that you don't want him to wear. And he's like, no, he's going to notice if I hide the shoes. Like,
it's not like they're in his bag. He can just leave that stuff in his own bag, can he?
Wait, what do you mean?
What? Couldn't Ty just put his clothes back in his bag and be like, you can get it in a couple of days?
No, what he's saying, like to wear for the evicted episode, like dressing up all like, nice for the episode, but he doesn't want, because Jed thinks he's staying, so he doesn't want Jed to be wearing his clothes and leaving out the door. Savage. Okay, if they needed a fake double, I think they would have voted out Beth. I don't know. I'm still haven't figured out why they voted out Beth. They didn't vote out Beth. With friends like Ty, you don't need enemies. LOL. Honestly, though, I'm starting to feel a little bit better about it just because there's the battle back and like Jed's going to get some redemption, and Jed made a really stupid move, and so I felt that Jed deserved to be voted out for the fact that he made such a bonehead move, and so I was just like so mostly upset with him making that move, and then the people just turning on him when he did something that's seemingly so selfless, and so I wanted him to get his just desserts by going out, but I also wanted him to be the one that comes back in. But even with all this, I don't know if it's because Ty is so damn cute, but I still like Ty. I still like him.
Oh, I like Ty. I'm just not impressed by Ty.
You what?
I think Ty's incredibly cute. I just don't find him that impressive in the game.
He's not impressive. No, he's not impressive. None of them are impressive. But he's just such a cutie patootie. I can't turn on him.
Kiefer, I think, is out of everyone left, I think Kiefer and Beth are the best gamers. But I don't really care for either of them. That's my other issue is I don't really like a lot of the people left. I like Ty, I like Bray. The other four, I'm like, okay, well, you know, they're there. Cool. Not that I was rooting for Tara made me sad. I was like, no, come on, Tara, get that veto. Get that veto.
Oh, there. I wanted Beth to win it because she was close. Because I wanted to see who he would put up, if he would put up Brayden or if he'd put up Kiefer. And Kiefer against Tara would have been delicious.
Oh, I mean, just ask me what Bray should have done with that veto, and I'll tell you.
Should have taken off Tara?
Should have taken off Tara, had Kiefer put up, take Kiefer out. Huge. There's your winning move, Bray. At Final 6, at Final 5. There it is. It's all you needed to do. Tara, if I take you down, they
wouldn't have known he was coming back. But yeah, I definitely thought he was going to take off Tara. He should have.
Yeah, and said straight out, Tara, I take you off. We vote out Kiefer. That would have made that episode, boom. Ty can't put up Kiefer, or Ty can only put up Kiefer. Like, that would have been an incredible television instead of a shocking eviction of Tara. I was shocked. I thought Beth was gone. I was like, they need to take her out. She'll beat them. Go. Never mind.
Okay, so this head of household was good for him. Whoever takes Kiefer out of this game. Yeah, Kiefer's the next to go unless he wins out, but he's not doing so well lately. Like, he actually messed up his days a lot and being off by one. Not great, you know?
Yep.
Not too fast. Jed is not back in the house yet, LOL. No, we didn't say he was coming back for sure, but okay, should we speculate on what that competition was? Or no, let's go back to the episode.
Okay, let's go back.
At the beginning when Jed's saying, like, after he uses it on Beth, like, this is so exhilarating. I'm like, it's so sad, and like the train wreck of like his delusion of what was going on in this episode this week. I was like, Jed, man, you must not be a super fan of the show because this is, we were talking about it with Jonathan yesterday. Big Brother 101, you're on the block, you win the veto, you take yourself off. It's like you barely even want to throw the veto and give it to somebody like your ally. Like that's like maybe you would do that, but that's still even risky. Because if I wouldn't be able to win it, I would more likely to win it and take myself off. And then sorry, man, like I had to take that for myself. You know what I mean? But like if it's a possibility for the ally to win it, absolutely, like get them to win it for sure.
Oh, yeah. If you can throw something to someone, yes. And you very much trust that it's in their best intention for them to use it for all three of you, whoever else is on the block with you.
I would only be able to throw it if I knew for sure that I wasn't going to win it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. Even if you're second place, though, it's like, I don't know. It depends on who it is, for sure. It depends on a bazillion things, obviously, but you want the veto for yourself. You want to win. You want to take it off. Simple as that.
The one thing that I like about this particular, sorry, I'm like talking about the battle back now. Battle back is that when they both when one of them comes back. They haven't lost days, like they haven't been like in sequester for a while, so it's a quite a revolving door in that sense. So I don't think it will tarnish somebody winning and being like, oh well, you were voted out. I think that they'll be able to say like, but like I had to do another competition to stay here and be here. Like I hope that people will consider that, or they'll use that as part of their argument. What do you think about Brayden's award-winning performance of him going up on the block and being upset with Tara and going and pouting outside? And then Tara comes outside and he starts laughing.
Yeah, Bray really actually pissed me off this week. He was so okay with going on the block. He's like, I trust you guys. Yeah, I trust you. It's all good. I trust you. I also would have trusted the plan, but I don't want to sit on the block. No,
not
way.
in real life. Not in real life. Not on like a for a game for $100,000. Not like not maybe in an online game. Sure.
Yeah, but not a goddamn life-changing $100,000 for most of these players. I thought it was smart of Tara actually to play her role and to put up Bray. It made sense because it's like, this is really putting it in Kiefer and Ty's hands. Like, I'm trusting you two. Let's make this happen. We are a thing now. We're going to the Final Four. Blah 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 blah. Awesome. And I thought that once the double eviction was happening, I'm like, that was really good for Tara then, because now she's in a higher standing than Beth for doing that. That's why the rest of the episode just blew my mind.
Mm-hmm. So the Sunsetters are all celebrating in the game room, and Ty is narrating that everybody's celebrating for different reasons. So celebrating, I guess Kiefer and Ty are celebrating because like they can't believe that they got him to stay up on the block so they can vote him out. And then Beth is super happy because she got saved by the veto, and so she's not at risk of going home. And Jensen's excited because he thinks that he's keeping the four of them all safe and together. And you know what? Like, I know this is like we're looking at it after the fact, but I think it would have been better for the four of them to do that, because having Jed come back with I'm assuming he's going to come back, but say Jed comes back, or even Tara comes back with a vengeance, like they win stuff. They do tend to win things, and they won't care about you anymore. They're not going to try to take you to the end. They'll be like, sorry, man, Ty, Kiefer, sit up there, Beth, back door, whatever. Like they just won't care anymore. Your pleas won't matter. They will purely just be doing what's in their best interest, and it will have nothing to do with you anymore. And so I wish that they were just thinking a little bit more soundly with them making this move with him. Like, don't convince him to use the veto on him. Just deal with the weak. Deal with taking out Beth instead. Keep Jed, like keep him happy and vote him out next week. It's not that bad. You know what I mean? And so
Ty and Kiefer really could have played the actual middle and said, sorry, like Beth has got to go. And then had Bray and Tara on one end and Jed on the other. And just literally whoever won whatever, they could decide. They could have taken Jed out tonight. Ty could have done that tonight and made that a thing.
Exactly. So yes, Natalie, we did have a little tear fest over the fact that there's no feeds until Monday at 10 p.m. Eastern. Garbage. So, okay. Ty says that she's letting us out, and she's saying all the things that Jed wants to hear and needs to hear to feel safe with these people, and giving an opportunity to like save all four of them. And he's saying this to Jed, and he's like, if you even campaign to me, like I'll be pissed at you, bro. Like that's how tight that they are, that like it shouldn't even be a question. And this is where it was just so hurt. It hurt me so much because I know I'm a loyal player, so I know what it feels like to be loyal and have people say that to you and then not be honoring that. It just hurts in a way that's not a game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, anything that happens in the game, in my opinion, I'm not going to take that into the real world. I'm sure that Jed and Ty will be really close after all this, but there's like literally as soon as the veto ceremony was finished, that's the moment that they could have owned up to it and been like, I'm so sorry. I have to vote you out. I think blah 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 blah. Blah. There it is, and left it at that, and just said like, not changing my mind. I'm so sorry. That's what's gonna happen. It's the like
The whole
saying, yeah, it's the song and dance when there doesn't need to be. Just give him the rough draft.
What's the point of giving him the whole song and dance? Because he's going to find out the truth eventually when you vote him out. You know what I mean? And so like he's just going to be more hurt and more pissed off. Like I just like I can see him not wanting to give Ty his vote because he valued that money more than the friendship that he was claiming that this friendship was what it was. Like you're my guy, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like we're gonna be friends after this. Like he was Ty was preaching all these things, and so it's just like selling this false dream. I just like that's kind of icky to me. And yes, it's within the game, and I don't know how if I would act differently if I was playing for a large sum of money like this. So definitely, I'm not having full judgments on people's character as to why they're doing this, but it just was so heartbreaking. And I was just like, I just let it stop. Please just tell them the truth.
It was tough. That was a tough segment to watch too.
Oh, yes. Oh my God. Like when, oh my God, all of this was so sad. Oh my goodness. So Jed talks about how he made the move to show loyalty, and Ty recognizes like, yes, that move was loyalty beyond words. And it did feel as though in that diary room session of Ty's, he was having some reservations. And I don't know. I was just, he's like, of course you got me, to Jed. Of course you got me. And Jed is just like, I'm just having reservations. I'm nervous. Like, I don't know. And Ty, the diary room, is seemingly having some reservations. And I'm just like, just either tell him or keep him.
Yeah, one of the two. Just be, I don't know. Literally, what does he have to lose? There's no, like, one of them's going this week in a couple of days. You have to live with it for a couple of days. Even as awful and ridiculous as this may sound, jury management is still a thing. People were still doing that. So Ty really could have done a better job, in my opinion. He could have owned up to it earlier and been like, you know what, I'm actually thinking maybe voting you out is a better idea. Like, talk me out of it. I don't know. This is like what I'm thinking. This could help me win the game. Even just being a little bit more honest about his intentions might have been a better look for Jed. But all of this, knowing that it's a friggin' fake double eviction.
I love that, actually. It was the perfect week of messiness for it to be a fake double eviction, because they all need to like get a little slap in their face for their shitty gameplay all week. Yeah. Like Tara shouldn't be putting up Brayden. Tara she shouldn't be doing any of that stuff. She should have like not helped to be part of this big old plan. Just let Jed come down. Let Beth go home. It would have been fine. You wouldn't have been necessarily the person. Like you would have probably still have been nominated, but it would have been different configuration, and you might have been able to stay if it was like you against Kiefer, or you know, it's a baby. So she messed up too. Like everybody messed up. So I like the fact that they thought they knew better, and they're celebrating at the end of the episode, thinking that their final four, oh my God, we're amazing. Nope, your shitty gameplay this week is not going to be rewarded. You're going to have to face your mistakes right now. And so I'm pissed that I don't get to see it live.
I want to see them facing their mistakes.
Yes, I do. So I was wondering at this point if they were going to let the first evicted house guest, if they're going to let them know what was going on, or if they were going to play it off like have this, talk to them. And then I needed Jed to get a back of the head slap with the cue cards, like he needed some Marcellus treatment.
Mini Marcellus.
But I was happy because I am rooting for Jed to get back here in this situation, because I think it'll be the most impactful, entertaining, and I want to see them grovel. And so I'm happy that he was out first, and he knows something's going on. So at least he'll be able to get in the mindset of going for a win. Tara, spoiler alert, is the second evicted house guest, and so she won't have as long to get it together and kind of like pull through and just like get focused. So I don't know what they're doing. We'll speculate in a few minutes, but like I'm rooting for Jed here, and I'm happy that he got time to get centered.
Yeah, I'm looking at the house now with the remaining 4 players. I gotta say though, I think Beth is in the best position for someone coming back.
Oh,
Like, I mean, if Jed comes back, obviously Showmance in a final 5 is friggin' dangerous. They're both going to be playing for head of household. That would be incredible for either one of them,
what do you
obviously.
think Jed would do if you came back and won the head of household? He'd
I
put
think,
up fucking Kiefer and Ty.
yep, 100%. Yep.
And
And
then
then,
if one of them came down, would he put up Braden? I guess because it'd be too
yeah.
tempting to take out Beth. And
then
then
whoever didn't win veto would be gone.
that
I
would be
do not.
really.
Yeah, and even if Tara came back and did the same thing, I actually think
Mhm.
she'd put up Kiefer and Ty, or maybe Bray and Kiefer. I think
Well,
she would. I don't know what she'd put up, but I don't think she'd put up Beth.
I don't think so either.
Like, they're the only
This
one that.
person will vote her out. So
Yeah, God, I actually cannot believe. Like, I don't particularly care for Beth, but I think Beth could actually win against a lot of these people sitting in the final 2. And if you don't see that when you're in the house, I don't know. I thought this was their chance. I literally thought Beth was going. I'm like, she's screwed. She's gone. Like,
going.
I don't even need to see the votes. It's happening. And then Kiefer votes for Tara. I'm like, oh, it's going to be 1-1 and Ty will break it.
To make
Beautiful.
Todd make the decision, that would have been great.
Yeah, like, that's what I was hoping for. I'm like, that's gorgeous. Good for Kiefer. That's a great move. Tara? Did you go Tara during, like, just ridiculous.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So, oh my goodness. So Beth is sensing the flip, and so she decides to go and start, getting some information out of Ty. And she says, like, well, if Ty survives this week, we can't win. And Beth is saying this is ruthless of me. But then Ty says, I didn't come here to lose. And so, like, this is where it's like the revealing the other face of Ty. You're just like, what? Ty, where are you still there? I love you, Ty. Come back. Come back.
Come
And he's just
back.
like
Come back.
so cold, not a smile to be seen. I'm like, just a little smile and Ty. Like, please, a little smile, a little one. So then you see Jed, and he's like, when he's sad looking, he looks like he's like 6 years old. Like, he just looks like such a little baby when he's sad. And I'm like, what a little sweet angel. And I'm like, how are they doing this? Poor little Jedson. Did I say Ty? I meant Jedson. I meant Jed.
It's okay. I know who you meant. But God, Jed is so good looking.
He
so looked great tonight. I didn't love his socks and his shoes, but he looked really good tonight. Even
really
Ty looked really good tonight. They're both cute boys.
They're so cute. But then Beth says, he's lying to you, Jed, in the head of household room. And he gets up and he's like starting to get really angry and upset and hurt, and all the emotions are coming. And he kind of reels it in together. And I know Beth is like, just don't blow up, don't blow up, don't blow up, because like he doesn't want to tell anybody that she just told him that they're flipping on him. Like, I don't ruin my game. She's so selfish.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. It's a lot of money and she wants to win, but like, come on, Beth. Like, you're not going home, okay? You can...
Don't blow my game. Don't blow it up.
Oh.
Tell the jury everything that I'm doing.
Like, I'm so stupid. He's not stupid. He was just playing with his heart, and he didn't realize
I'm sorry. It was stupid. Like, that's a really good point, though. He was definitely playing with his heart. And I do believe, and I actually do believe that him and Beth really care about each other. And I do think Beth tries to, like, bitch it up a little bit and be like, I'll cut him. I would cut him. I think she might John Party, like, pull a John Party and take out Netta, like, at final 3. That wouldn't surprise me from Beth.
That's fine by me.
And that's cool too. Like, I don't love when that happens because obviously I always want the Netta to win, or the person who should.
That's the moment that, like, I can be okay with the showmans cutting each other.
Right. I think that's what Kayla wanted to do that season 6.
Would she actually have? We don't know, but
she said that would have been like, she was like, I thought that move for me would have been a game-winning move, and I wanted to take Paris and beat her by taking out Derek. I'm like, well, you didn't get to do that, Kayla. Sorry.
So next we see in the Expedia room, the room where they always hang out, is Ty and Jed talking, and Jed's like, this is so embarrassing, and he's like sitting there crying, and Ty is like telling him everything that he wants to hear, and he's actually even saying that he's telling Jed everything that he wants to hear. He's quite convincing with what he was saying. So at that point, I started crying for poor little Jed. And then after I wrote down, I'm really crying now. So the sweet combo with Beth and Jed, like sitting on the bed, like in the beds in the Defender room, and talking about how much he appreciates her. I'm like, oh my god, this is so sweet.
It was sweet.
Sweet, and I'm like, he's like, understanding his fate, and like he made a mistake, and he like, oh, it's just so sad. Oh my god! Obviously, I'm an emotional person, but like, it was really. I mean, I don't think I could have done what they're doing to him. I don't think I could have done it, even for like, if it was $1 million. I just don't know if I could have done it. Like the whole line for the whole week. I just don't think that I could feel good about making this move after just lying so brutally to somebody that you're supposed to care about for like so many days.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be. I don't know if people are gonna think of it as a good thing when Jed gets, if Jed goes to jury this week or next. I don't think it helps Ty or Kiefer. Well, it actually, regardless, Kiefer's playing a great game, so I don't think anyone will be faulted for it. But I don't think it's necessarily Ty's best interest, because people are going to think like, Jed was on your team, Ty. Like, he would have not, like, he wanted a final three with you and Beth. You doing this and like behaving this way, I think Jed might be able to get into some people's minds and change their opinions about Ty if he's really sour. Or he could like wake up tomorrow morning and be fine with it.
Back. I think if he comes back in the house, I think that he will play and be like, I know, man. Like, I know you had to do what you got to do. You had the shot. I was open. I made a mistake.
But if he goes to jury, that's what I'm saying, is if that's the difference. It's if he comes into the house, maybe Ty can still play with Jed. But if he's going to the jury house, I don't know. I don't know how people will think. Also, like, screwing Tara over like that is not, I don't think it's a good idea for some of these people. I think it was too soon. I think they should have taken her out next. I think the final four was the time to take out Tara.
I think that they just didn't trust her, and they thought that she could probably win again. I think that's just because she's a better competitor. I think that that's probably why they decided that she might win something to prevent them from being able to take her out. And I think that that's probably where their heads were at. So one thing that I wrote down, I'm like, I think that you need to always be okay with the people that you vote out, regardless of when it happens in the game. Big Brother, motto, expect the unexpected. You don't know what's happening. And so I just don't think that any point of the game, you should be leaving people super pissed or super mad at you if you can avoid it. Like, obviously some people are going to be really upset with you. It depends on, what happens in the house. But like, that should be your number one objective, is mending those fences. And so like they leave liking you. Like, what if they had to do a challenge outside that could affect you in the game? Or maybe, evicted house guests vote for something for people in the game. Like, I don't know. I think that they really are forgetting that the people that are leaving this house still may be affecting them in the game. And even in this situation, they might be coming back into the house. Like, even more so why they should have came clean a lot earlier and started talking to him real, like, and not being this all bullshit. So like they could have real conversations about why he should stay,
Did you hear what Tara said to Jed when she like nuzzled into him? She said, I have so much to tell you. Mm-hmm. She absolutely let it rip. I'm sure that it was Kiefer's plan, that Ty was in on it. Like,
that Beth knew, that Beth like,
maybe that, because Beth really didn't know until after the veto was used, so I don't know if that'll be as upsetting.
Well, do you know what? on the feeds, Tara did tell Ty that they all knew beforehand. But then Beth didn't know. You're correct. And so Beth was saying to him, like, no, that's not true. That's not true. We didn't know. But Beth didn't know. Brayden, Kiefer, and Ty all knew.
Yeah. Ooh, and then they voted. Then they take out Tara and. Ooh.
They're trying to bury the bodies. They don't want Tara having that ammunition against them. You know, it's like, get rid of her.
But she takes that to jury. Well, I guess she takes it to jury to tell everyone so that they can get a little cocky about it. I don't know. This is messy.
Messy.
I love it.
Well, we check in with the people in the jury. It was nice to see new scenery, silly clips of Spicy V not being able to be very outdoorsy, and Rohan kind of waiting on her hand and foot and being a great housemate with her. And this is really interesting. So those two of them are there. So Spicy V was there first, and then Rohan joins. She's really upset, obviously, that Rohan was there in the double eviction. She was shocked. And then I couldn't remember who left next. I was like, who's coming out next?
Blue Line.
And then I was like, oh my God, I literally forgot that she existed. And that's the amount of impact that she had in the house and in the game.
Yeah.
She was in a delicious position for half the game. And she just did not use it at all. She didn't allow her perfect positioning to... She could have steered it anyway. She could have done whatever she wants. She could have won the game with the position that she was in, and how likable she was, and how nobody really wanted to vote her out. They only voted her out because Kiefer did a better job with getting them to keep him.
I actually heard Tara on the feeds talking about Tina, and she said that there was a secret that Tina had, and Tina's actually a millionaire.
Are you lying?
Like real life, like Tina's company has done really well for itself, and she's got some cash. So there was some talk that Tara said that Tina started to feel a little guilty about halfway through the game about the money, and she said she was loving the experience and playing the game. But I wonder if that a part of that, like, I don't know, if it changed Tina's mindset.
Yeah, because, I wouldn't feel a little bit icky about if I was a super millionaire winning the game. And, you hear Kiefer talking about what he's going to be doing with the money, and he's going to be helping his family with his debts and putting people through school and stuff like that. And so it's these things that life-changing things, and so for her it's just winning the game would be awesome, and she'll probably donate the money to something, but like it's life-changing for other people. And so I could definitely see she's quite compassionate, and I could see her not wanting to fight as hard to be there because these people want and need the money and the win for different reasons and a little bit more. So
I think that was a part of it. I think that's what might have changed for Tina, and maybe she just got exhausted and like burnt out of the game in general.
Well, if you don't really, really want it, it probably wouldn't be as much fun. It's fuel. A little dangerous.
That's true. It's like I'm trying to fuel myself so that I can get those dollars in the bank account.
I know. I'll go and play. Like I want the full days. Like I don't even want it to be 70. I want it to be the full 90.
Yeah,
give it to me. Give me all of them. I want to see if I get to the end. I want to see what it's like. Ooh. So, okay. Then we cut to, it seems it's after Ty and Kiefer and Beth all tell Jed what's going on. And cold-hearted Ty comes back and he's just like, it's not about you. It's about winning. Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's not about loyalty.
What do you mean it's not about? I was so upset. It was just so, like, Jed was obviously hurt, and he's like, it's terrifying how you lied and lied and lied to me. How can you sleep at night? Like, that's dark. And it is a little bit dark. How much money can make you throw away seemingly morals and friendships and just your word and stuff like that. I know it's a game. I know it's for a lot of money. I know they just met each other 3 months ago. I get it. I get all these things, but I think the level of friendship that he thought that they have, that this is kind of dark, I'd be so hurt. So Beth goes and hugs Ty after. Like, he walks out of the room. What's happening here? Like, why is she hugging Ty?
I don't know. I find the relationship between Ty and Beth really confusing too, because I do think they've been really good up until the veto use, and then I felt like there was a switch, and I don't know if someone got in Ty's head earlier this week. Obviously, Beth was trying to get him on the block. She was trying to protect her and Jed. So maybe that was like the camel
I
that
think it was, any of them had like, it was just a scenario, but like however it shook out, they wanted to make sure that they were up. One of them was up against Braden.
Someone else, yeah.
Yeah. So like, I don't think it was specifically Ty, because they had a conversation about this, and he was like, well, like, I thought that you were just I was expendable to you. And so that it was the misconstrued plan thing, that it was like, any of us that go up against like Braden, it was what we were hoping for, to keep us all together. And so he's done something now to keep us all together. And like, you guys are not honoring that anymore because you're mad at Beth. So why'd you let Beth like
get off the block?
Don't let Jed come down. Braden, whatever, whoever goes up, vote out Beth. Like,
yeah,
just do that. So even after, so yes, BB. So it was funny watching Beth cozy up to Ty on the couch, nanoseconds after Jed was evicted. I was like, the body ain't even cold. Like, the bed's still warm. You can still like.
She slid right up in there too.
Do what you want. Do what you want. Do what you want. But I was just like, I'm shocked by Beth, and like, she's has no morals really. Like, it just seems. It doesn't seem like she has any at all. So they cry, blah, blah, blah. So the pleas are here. So Jordan, Braden's plea was pretty good, saying like, when an opportunity presents itself, you have to take it. And so this is kind of reiterating that, like, I'm not the move here. Jed's the move. He allowed himself to be open and able to be taken out. He should never have done that, obviously. And so I thought it was a good pitch of Braden. And Ty talks about loyalty and being trustworthy and whatnot. But everybody did look really upset that this was what was going down. Kiefer goes in, Jedson. Ty goes in, Jedson. Beth goes in, covering her face, crying. Says Jedson. Not even a fucking sympathy vote? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
No, because she doesn't want. She wants it to be her move. It was her vote that evicted Jedson, because he's not mad at her about it. So it's okay.
Oh my god! Oh my god! So Ty seemed to be really crying, like really like emotionally boohooing. Like, he was hugging everybody. Everybody was crying. It was a pretty emotional eviction, absolutely. And then we saw that you're still in the game. So I was wondering what he gets to listen to, if it's just like music or whatever. So he got taken behind the scenes, which I love seeing behind the scenes stuff, obviously. And into, is that one of the rooms in the house, or is it completely?
That was the HOH room.
Okay, I couldn't tell if it was HOH or not, because I was like, anyways, it looked like the same coloring, but I couldn't tell how they would get there without the house guests seeing them, right?
Oh, watch it back. There's like a secret door that they used that's in the HOH. That's like, because when you leave the stairs, remember, that's up there, and you did a little loop around and then right into the HOH room. It was amazing. But I would have been that asshole that's like, I'm not sure, I'm still in the fucking game.
Knocking on the wall, like, I hear you, I'm in here.
Yeah.
I'm coming back.
I probably, they would have been like, get out, you're done, fired.
But then I love that it was, everybody please come to the living room, another double eviction. And they're just like, what is this game? Braden's like, why am I in this game? This is too much for my heart. So the competition is Say What Now, where they're watching a clip that's been dubbed by something kind of silly and funny. I think this is a great competition, pretty easy to do. It shows who's been doing the studying and the homework and who has not, because they have to decide which day the scene took place and not be distracted by the wrong words and the funny dubs over the voice. So I was shocked when Kiefer was the first person to get one wrong. And then Bray and Kiefer both get one wrong. I was like, whoa, whoa. Ty and Beth are the two people that are most likely going to win this at this point. Wow. And so then Beth was completely off with one of the questions. So Ty has the lead. And then Ty wins this, I believe, with a perfect score.
Yes.
And he has to go back to the living room right away, and he nominates Tara and Beth. I was hoping he was going to nominate Kiefer and Tara, actually. That's who I thought he should nominate.
I thought he should have nominated, Kiefer and Beth. Sorry, Kiefer and Tara. 100%.
I think Kiefer and Tara, and then if one of them comes down, put up Beth, and then sorry, Beth is going to go. Like, if that's how that goes down. But, like, I did think that he should have done Kiefer and Tara. I don't think that he should have made Beth on top of what he just did this episode mad at him. Like, one of them are going to stay.
Yeah, and you don't want Beth. I'm shocked. I was shocked that Beth was on the block at a vote and didn't get enough votes to go home. Shocked. Actually, we have to talk about Brayden, though. Brayden winning that veto.
Well, we're getting veto.
Oh, sorry. Right. I thought we did it. I forgot.
Home Free is the veto competition during the double eviction. And so they had to, like, untangle hair, which is like string, over these rollers. And it was like, they had to do like 3 knots and then see if they had enough slack to go run and touch their buzzer. And Brayden seemed to get out the quickest, and he ran and hit his buzzer like 2 seconds ahead of Beth. Now, I'm wondering if Beth just took one too many knots and she should have gone a little bit earlier, because I actually wanted Beth to win it, because I wanted her to come down, because I wanted him to put up frigging Kiefer. I wanted that to happen. I wanted Kiefer to go on the block. But it didn't, and Brayden wins, which was shocking. He gets his first win of the season. Go Brayden. Beth was 2 seconds after. She's probably super pissed because she thinks that she's a shoo-in to go. And Brayden chooses not to use the power of veto. It's probably because he didn't have enough time to talk to everybody about what to do with it.
Stupid. He should have known in that moment, oh my God, I could win the game by doing what I'm about to do. Literally should have taken down Tara 100% and brought Tara to final, like, tried to get to final 2 with Tara, say that, like, I don't know, she's a woman, I'm a man, vote for me to win. And people
but like, I mean, maybe because it's Ty that was the head of household, so he didn't want to, like, burn a bridge with Ty. I know.
Yeah, and it wouldn't have, like, because it's like, I'm so sorry I had to do that, and we're still good to the final 2, but I had to take out Kiefer. Sorry.
Yeah, it didn't seem like you were going to do it, so I had to help you here.
Yeah, it just, like, it would have made Ty look as not as pleasing to the other players, because both people he put on the block would still be in the game. So that would have been a perfect, like, good, still good with Ty, but Ty's not good with Tara. He's not good with Beth. I'm very good with both of them. I use the veto to take Tara off. I can form a final 3 with any of the any combination of this.
Brayden's in a good spot. He should have used that to, like, get someone that's, like, secure with him.
Yeah,
instead of voting out Tara, he should have saved her 100%. One thing that Brayden did say during this episode that really surprised me with his read was how he knows how to, like, play to Beth's ego, and about how he, like, wants to be seen for all his moves and stuff like that. So when he was campaigning to her, he was definitely before this double, I thought it was pretty impressive that he recognized that, like, oh, Beth is feeling as though she can't win this game with these guys here because they're taking all of her moves away. And I was impressed that he could see that.
Yeah. Me
So
too.
that, and I'm impressed that he's won a competition now, but I still don't think that he can win the game. So at these speeches, I was like, okay, Beth's gone. Tara, I don't remember what Tara even says. I think she was just pissed that she just saved Ty. She went through this whole week and she thought she was making some headway with Ty, and Ty puts her on the block. She probably thought she was for sure going home. And then Beth also, I think, thought for sure she was going home. She's like, I'm better for your game than Tara. She swears on her kids. She swears on her family, and she doesn't keep her word. And I was like, ooh, these are true statements. And so Beth was pretty emphatic how she was delivering why she was better for their game. But I didn't think she believed that it was what was going to happen. But
I didn't either. I thought Beth's gone. Beth needed that veto or she was out. Shocked. My jaw hit the floor.
And it needed to have been just desserts that she should have fought harder to keep Jed. I needed that moment as well.
Oh,
she should have fought harder to keep her guy. You know,
she should have.
I think so.
Poor Beth.
So yeah, Kiefer, I vote to Victera. Brayden, I vote to Victera. I really thought that they're going to split the vote, make that decision. That would have been delightful.
Beautiful.
Because anything that he would make would just be drama. But no, they didn't do that for us, jerks. And Tara, pissed, walks away, not a hug, not a bye, gets up, puts her jean jacket on, her mask, leaves. And then she sees the shh, and she starts laughing, and she's just like, what mess am I in this game? Like, what are they doing to me? Where am I going? And so I was so happy for her that she was like, she wasn't just mad because she realized like, oh my God, this is still Big Brother. I still have a shot to be here. And I thought it was a really nice moment when she came into Jed. This is where I cried again. You can see it's happening again.
Yeah.
And she like cuddles next to him and she's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Cause like she wanted Jed out so badly and she did that for them. And they didn't even honor her with keeping her around for 1 week. And so, oh man, I want her to tell him a lot of things. And he was just being so comforting. And so like, he was being so kind to her. And he's like, It's okay. No, it's okay. I know. I get it.
We're still here.
We're still here. Oh, I'm so sorry. She was saying, crying. It was so sweet. So Heads Will Roll is the competition, and the winner is going to be coming back tonight when we're not going to see it. And show this to the house guests. They're all screaming. This was obviously after the celebratory jumping around and excitement of being the final four. No, it's still the final five, guys. And so what do you think Heads Will Roll is?
I think it's going to be one of those like balancing the ball down a
maze. Ball maze.
I think that's what it kind of looked like.
It seemed like they had to throw it like kind of like a shuffleboard, but like a ball. So I wonder if it's like they had to like see how many they can get in a certain amount of time, or I don't know.
I also don't know who I want to come back.
I want Jed to come back. I think it would be the most impactful. I think so too. So BB is saying like usually the battle back winner is evicted immediately. Yes, but I think that Tara would be evicted immediately. I think Jed would less likely be evicted immediately because I think that they would be feeling so guilty that I don't know they might send him back out again. But Ty can't win. Maybe Kiefer can, but Jed might be able to say, okay, we're even now, right, Kiefer? Like he'd be like, I didn't take you out. You guys didn't take me out. Like bygones be bygones. Let's do what we came here to do. It's kind of like our Brian Final Six, where like we just didn't really want that to happen, but it just
it just made itself happen.
So I mean, maybe that's what's going on. Is that Sunsetters Final Four has to happen in the grand scheme of things. That's what the universe wants. Maybe that'd be cool. Maybe. Tara might shock the world and beat Jed. Absolutely. I think she definitely could be a contender. Like I'm not selling her out. I just think that Jed is a little bit better in that kind of focus. And I'm not sure if the game is going to be in Tara's strength. I'm not sure. Because I thought that Tara should have done well in that untying the knots thing because she's small and she's fast. I thought she would have done that quickly. And so she seemed to be the best at the competition where, you know, the days and stuff like that. So, and she was in the what's it called? Slapshot Tara? What was her nickname?
Oh,
Corner shot?
Yeah.
Corner shot, slap shot, trick shot Tara. So that one she was good at, but like she's not that well rounded. So I just don't know if things with like balls and catching and throwing, I don't know if she's going to be as good as Jed will be in these type of competitions. So, but I still think it's anybody's game for sure. But it was like going to, okay. So did we already say this? Okay, this week we'll make everyone play cutthroat because a lot of bridges were burned. Absolutely. Jed deserved to get voted out. Absolutely. You save yourself with a veto. Absolutely. If Jed returns and goes savage mode, I mean, he needs to be like, he needs to be foaming at the mouth like Cujo, rabid dog coming to like devour his enemies. Like he needs to be mad, but I'm scared that he's just going to be so nice. He's just going to be so okay with everything and just like,
I don't think he's going to be okay with everything when if he comes back and realizes that Ty put up Beth instead of Brayden. And yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's good for Ty. I don't think Ty really needs to win things the next couple of weeks.
I don't think he can. That's why I hope that Jed wins, because like I want this move. It was all just mean and bad, and like, yes, take him out. Yes, taking him out was the right move, but the whole how it went down wasn't right for me. And so I think that they need to reap the rewards of what they did. Like they should have handled the week better. Like BB said, agreed Ty is 29 and Keith is 32. They should have handled the Jed eviction better. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. These are still human beings. You got to remember that. Just because you decide to play cold and heartless doesn't mean that these other people don't have hearts anymore. So regardless of Tara's action, she still would have been evicted in the double. Yeah, if Brayden had used the veto on her, she wouldn't have been though. Like, I know that she was going to be, always was the target, and everybody's saying like, yes, we'll take Tara out if it's a double eviction. Let's get Tara out. Like that was always their game plan. And so I get that without having time to talk about things through and talk about everything. That was just always the game plan. So I get that, but Brayden, I think, dropped the ball there. Agreed, I want Jed to return too. He deserves to be there more than Tara. I don't know if I can say deserves to be there more, because I think everybody, except for maybe Tina now, deserves to be there because they all gave up something. They all have something to gain from. They all have a life that they're living that they could be doing a lot good with potentially. So I don't know if he deserves it more, but I want to see the repercussions of their actions more. So we deserve to see that outcome more. I think that's what we should say. Yuck, a Beth victory? Jojo would love that. So old school pool. Sorry, what?
Okay.
She's just annoying. That's it. That's the
I'm
problem.
okay with a Beth victory. Yeah.
She's annoying. But I mean, I'm not sure. I just don't know if I can hear her gloat about it. So let me just see what happens, and maybe I can get behind Beth winning. But she's just how is so annoying. So we'll see if I can get behind her. Yeah. Hi, old school fool. So Beth cries, voting out Jed, and then celebrates final 5, shaking my head. Yes, we're shaking our heads too, because she just doesn't care. She doesn't care. She just wants to win. What?
I would still celebrate. I would absolutely still celebrate. I don't think you can fault her for that at all. My mom could be voted out, and I'd be like, yay, I made final 5.
Well, maybe she was doing it to like make people like excited, so like just to change the mood. But I think that she could have just waited maybe like 10 more seconds. It's just a little soon. Jed comes back, wins head of households, puts up Ty and Brayden. Then Kiefer wins the veto and keeps it the same and votes out Ty. I could see that, Natalie. I don't think Jed's putting up Brayden. Brayden didn't really do anything to him. I think Jed, I mean. I think he would put up Ty and Kiefer because they've been swearing up and down for the entire week that he was staying, and they're supposed to be the ones that that kept him. And Beth, however much of her involvement was, she still told him and gave him the heads up first and was like, hey, they're not telling me the truth. They're lying to you. Like, she was the one that was giving him this information. So it kind of exonerates her from having any direct involvement. So, and Brayden was on the block next to him. So yes, he was involved, but he couldn't really do anything. So I think he puts up Kiefer and Ty. I think that's the move too. That is the move.
Absolutely.
Jed can only redeem himself by winning BBCan9. Yeah, that's it. That's his only path to maybe not being known only for the most bonehead move ever in Big Brother Canada. Kiefer said he wanted to pay off his sister's school loans. I thought college was free in Canada. Not like going to regular school is like, unless you're going to private school, but that's free, and other than fees and administration fees and stuff like that. But going to university, it's less expensive. It's not like $50,000 a semester, but it's about maybe $6,000-7,000 a semester for school. If you're not going to medical school or like med school, but it's about like $5,000 to $7,000 a semester. So it's still like $10,000 a year. It's still a decent amount of money. I still have debt like from school. So yes. Did I do a good time impression? I don't even remember. Did I? Oh, thank you. I didn't even remember doing it. It was when I was crying. Beth was thinking, what have you done for me lately? I vote to evict Jed. Laugh my ass off. Wow. Ooh, yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Ty stole Jed's notes to win that head of household. I can't. Oh, man, that's so mean. Jed, as he mentioned weeks ago, the bro code is strong. No, it's not strong. Oh, my God. Oh, it's... Ooh. Brayden isn't a legit gamer. Yes, well, I think that, so he's friends with Kirsten McInnes, who's a podcaster with Rob as a podcast. She's also one of the potential people entering season 6 as one of the Angels and Devils, or was it Angels and Villains?
Yeah, something stupid.
Angels and villains. She was a villain. They didn't vote her as the villain in. They voted the guy. No, I don't know. They didn't vote any of the villains in. The 2 angels went in, and like they both kind of sucked. Sorry, guys. But yeah, so she is the one that like really urged Brayden to go on and play, and like so she's kind of like giving him some information on how the game is played. But he wasn't a fan, I don't believe. I think that he maybe saw some episodes or seasons maybe in Sequester, but he doesn't know the show. He's not a super fan. Did Brayden overplay his hand? He doesn't really have a hand to play. He should have kept Tara. That was the only hand that he had to have a potential game move in his pocket, potential winning move, have somebody that would be fighting to keep you there. Nobody's fighting to keep you there, Brayden. Maybe Ty a little bit, but not really. Jojo, are you always going to be in your car?
Maybe. Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Tara just learned how ruthless Ty was against Jed. Yep. Absolutely. Witnessing Beth turn him was a combination of his mom not liking her will end their relationship. Yeah. They're not going to have a relationship. Beth lives in Alberta. Ty lives in Ontario. They're very far apart, about 4 or 5 hour plane ride. So I don't see Beth moving to Ontario for Jed at all. I don't see Jed moving to Alberta. Well, maybe if Jed wins, maybe they'll be dating. But Ty could have put Kiefer on the block. Absolutely. Does Brayden know he's on Big Brother? I want him to step it up. I know we all do. We all do. Chantal and Jojo, is karma a real thing? We will find out next week. LOL. I want to find out now. I'm so angry. There better be a feed leak or something. There needs to be. Yeah. There needs to be. So this is all the comments. Oh, there's one more. So Brayden not taking Tara down will come back to bite him. Absolutely. He got rid of his only ally. This whole week is a mess. It's a mess. It was definitely a delightfully entertaining week if I'm not looking at it strategically. It was very heart-filled, as you could tell, week. Lots of emotions, lots of terrible gameplay, lots of shocking moments. lots of suspense. So I thought it was an excellent week for a TV show. And yeah, I think it was really messy gameplay. So I'm not into messy gameplay, so I don't love that. But it's been entertaining. Definitely been entertaining. How do you feel? Are you okay? Are you okay?
I feel like we haven't had an endurance challenge in way too long.
Did we have any? We haven't had any this season. Maybe they're too hard to construct in the pandemic. Maybe it's too hard to construct in the pandemic. Like with many workers, they can't have many workers going in to make something like move back and forth. Like maybe because there's a lot of question things and things that they can do without. Oh my God, predictions of what? Oh my God, predictions. Okay. I predict Jed wins against Tara. She tells him everything. He goes back in armed. He goes in, he's pissed, but he's going to play ruthless. He's going to win the next head of household if he's allowed to participate in it. And I think he's going to put up Ty and Kiefer. I think that it's the only way that I can feel fine with how this week went down is if that's what happens, because they all need to have payback for their shitty gameplay. Their gameplay was so bad. They need to get what they deserve. And that is a scorned Jed come back and take them all the F out. And so, okay, so with that, I think that Jed will also win the veto. I think he'll leave the nominations the same. And I think that it would be a split vote maybe between Beth and Brayden, between Jed and Ty on the block. And I think, no, it would be Kiefer would go, actually. Oh, no, maybe not, because Beth might be pissed at Ty now for putting her up on the block and putting her in a position to maybe go out. So maybe she would split the vote and keep Kiefer and make Jedson decide between the two of them who goes home. That would be delicious.
Yeah, I predict a Jed return, Beth head of household, a nomination of Ty and Kiefer, a Jed veto, doesn't use it, and Ty. Oh, I think Kiefer goes home.
Yeah, Kiefer goes home. Yeah, that's the same scenario. I was hoping. Well, no, similar, very similar, but Kiefer ends up going home. I don't know what Ty would do, or which I would do if it's Ty and Kiefer in the end. I want to see that. But he has to come back and he has to win a choice. That's what the predictions are, BB. That is what is going to happen. It has to be that way. It has to be that way. All right. How many times have I been wrong about showmances lasting? I don't know if I've ever really thought about it. Like, is Adam and Sam still together? I'm not even sure. I really think Dimitri and Ika together, so I'm happy that they're still together. If we're talking about Love Island, I didn't think they were together, so I was right. Pardon?
Kevin and Pilar are engaged.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin and
they had a break apart and then they come back.
Yeah, good for them. Canadians. I'm trying to think of Canadian showmances.
Thanks, BB. Good question. But like, wouldn't you just be salivating? Either of those scenarios are quite tasty, but I need to have the Sophie's Choice moment of Jed choosing between the two people that just scored him so bad. Is it Ty or is it Kiefer? Who does he keep in the game? Ah. So good.
Dirty.
Whenever Kiefer touched the block, he needs to go. His resume is good. Absolutely fashion. Absolutely. Kiefer needs to go. I thought you were going to talk about like Kaiser Sose or something like that. I'm like, are we talking about like the usual suspects here? Like, and then I realized you're seeing Kiefer. Well, honestly, this has been the most fun recap. It was the best episode of the season, I'd have to say, hands down. I'm terribly disappointed with the fact that we're not having feeds all weekend because it kind of ruins this episode for me because, like, it doesn't have the same swell for me. Like, oh, waiting 5 days and then, oh my God, these show's on at 9 p.m. Okay, let's watch it. Like, I like the momentum that it was going by, like, finding out what happens, like, when it happens, you know? I like that momentum better. It's just more fun. Anyways, do you have anything lastly that you'd like to say about this episode or about what you want to happen or about being frozen? Okay.
No, am I frozen again?
You're not, it's not connection right now, but just go talk. Yeah, I think that you might be gone. Okay, so thanks, Jojo, for being here. Thanks, everybody in the chat room. So Fashion, Bean, Natalie, Moses, Old School Fool, and anybody else that I may have missed. Anybody that's watching at a later date. Let's see if I got anybody. No, I think I got everybody. You guys definitely make the chat super duper fun. We love talking Big Brother. We love talking Big Brother even more so with you guys. So if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Reality Pop. It's going to be your new place for all things reality TV. We do a lot about Survivor and International Survivor. The Block is, a Big Brother focus show on Reality Pop. And then we are also doing the Challenge All-Stars on Friday. So you can see me there doing that as well. So please subscribe to Reality Pop, your hub for all things reality TV. Love you guys. We will see you on Monday when we finally find out what happens.